Hey friends, in this video we're going to be talking about DJI's really frustrating restrictions on where you can fly. Many of you who are probably watching this know that the FAA has a Part 107 that allows you to get a license, that is the licensing bit, in order to be able to fly drones commercially. And you need to pass that in order to fly drones commercially. Here in the States, in the United States. And so there are also some really important restrictions on where you can fly, like not within 5 miles of an airport, not when emergency services are doing their thing. There have been a couple of cases where like firefighting aircraft had to be grounded during a major fire incident. I don't know all the details, because someone was like, oh, I'm gonna go take some pictures or video with a hobbyist drone, which is actually like super awful, because someone who's either, someone's life could have been put in danger, the firefighters on the ground could have been put in danger, the property was, probably completely destroyed at that point. So there's a lot of things that go into this. But what DJI has done, instead of just saying, okay, all of the restricted bits, those are restricted, all the known restricted bits, those are restricted. What they've instead done is just thrown kind of big blankets across the map. Sometimes for no reason, you'll end up realizing that you're in a no-fly zone. And despite having Part 107 licensing, that doesn't matter. You won't be able to fly in certain places, period, unless you email DJI, several days in advance, and they might never get back to you. So that's kind of a problem. If, to say I have it and I'm doing a paid shoot here, will you please lift the ban on my device for this location, for this time, for this shoot? So is DJI like policing drone airspace? That's not their job. It's not their job to be bureaucrats. It's not their job to horn in on what is a federal agency's responsibility. And what they're trying to do is take all of this out of the hands of the pilot. What they're trying to do is say, it's going to fall on us more than it's going to fall on a pilot if something goes south, which I don't believe. I think it's the pilot's ultimate responsibility. If there's someone like me who doesn't have a Part 107 license, going to fly commercially wherever, and I get caught by the FAA, then I deserve to be punished for that, right? That's the law. FAA is kind of the rule makers on that front, and they're there for a very particular reason. And that's because messing around with airspace is more dangerous than just about anything else, because shit can fly out of the sky and really do a lot more damage than a lot of people would think. Even like a Spark or a Mavic or a Phantom. But it's their responsibility, and the pilot's not DJI's. One of the issues, though, is that DJI has put in their terms of service that you cannot bring a case to court, and if you want to, it's going to be solved through arbitration, not through the court system, and you can't do a class action suit. Now, the really important thing is that terms of service don't actually count for much, because the courts know that people don't read them, that you can't actually put something in there and expect people to have read it and have it be binding. So, those terms of service are not nearly as binding as a lot of people think that they are, which is important because professional pilots need to start getting together to do something about it. One. Two, I feel like it's the responsibility, almost, from a capitalistic perspective, for other drone manufacturers to get off their asses and start making drones that are on par with DJI stuff. They don't necessarily have the same reach that DJI does. DJI recently bought Hasselblad, huge, very long time camera manufacturer, which is really exciting in a lot of ways, but also oh my god. But other manufacturers need to start stepping up their games as well, so that there can be options to turn to when stuff like this starts happening, so that DJI can't get away with it. The DJI can't get away with it unmolested. There needs to be, the problem is that DJI's products are so integral to so many people's workflows and to the types of work that they do and the portability and blah 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 blah. But DJI has just been stringing professionals out like on a line for a while now. I mean, they came out with some really cool stuff and then dove heavy into the consumer market because they realized that, you know, really milking the consumer market is going to give you more volume and thus more profit overall, much like point and shoots were a decade ago for camera companies, for more traditional camera companies that are, you know, on the ground. So through all this, the professional has just been getting shafted and shafted and shafted, and you know, it just is awful. It's just awful. What it really comes down to is that it's the pilot's responsibility, and it's the pilot that needs to be held accountable, and not DJI. DJI should not be acting as a bureaucracy of where and when you can fly. That's not right. It's not their responsibility, and the only way that they're going to listen to any commentary like this is if people stop buying their stuff. And I'm not trying to tell you don't buy DJI drones, because a lot of people, I mean, one, they're industry leading. Two, most people that buy them are hobbyists and not doing it professionally. But for the professionals, there needs to be other companies that step up to the plate here, because this is kind of a big deal, and hobbyists need to start figuring it out too. So yeah, that's kind of what I got to say on the matter. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm really looking forward to seeing the next one. Please don't hesitate to check out the links in the description. That's my gear, what I'm using to shoot this video and my previous videos with. Those links are Amazon affiliate links. If you click through those, whatever you get will shoot back a couple pennies on the dollar, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So thank you also to the 450 odd people that have subscribed to me. As of now, you are making my dream turn into a reality. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. What else is there to say? I think that's about it. Thanks for your time and for your attention. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one.